Alright, we're back. I forgot to actually change the settings. Did a full reboot on the router, though. I'm hoping everything holds up. Yeah, let's jump right back to where we were in qualifying. So, won't show me the results, unfortunately, but as I say, it was very, very close. Ready for us to head into Quali 2 now. Liverpool got an easy start. Yeah, I did see that. Norwich or Bristol Rovers. Although Bristol Rovers have been a bit of an issue for us in the past, but that was back when we were completely rubbish and so inconsistent. Norwich have been pretty good for us recently, recent years. So I think we should do well. Both drivers out ahead of everyone else.
Radio
That's
check.
always what I want.
Radio check, radio check. Yes, radio check.
Radio check?
Yep, radio check.
Yeah, copy same. Concentrate on the tyre.
You've not actually missed that much, Farah. Pretty straightforward practice. Nailed the setups both cars first time.
Copy.
So no issues at all in practice apart from picture quality. Then we did a restart for Quali 1 and it got really bad in terms of picture quality and constantly pausing. But we got through, both cars no issues. And now we're back for third time lucky. So far, touch wood, everything seems to be okay.
And track clear, track clear.
And push next lap.
So we should be good on traffic.
So Q2 of an ATA weekend means we can only run the mediums. We are going to come across Magnussen pretty quickly here. He is running new parts after his practice crash. Good point, actually. Didn't check him in practice in Quali 1, so we'll have to check him when he does a lap here. Oh, he's not here in Q2. Oh, he is. He's just above Schumacher on the timings. Drivers through without any issues there. Coming up to the back of a Mercedes, it's Sainz. Strong middle sector for Mick there. Sainz has picked up his pace, so we're not going to catch him. That's good. Mr. Author says, "You're my first friend on Steam, Farah." Translates, "You're my only friend on Steam, Farah."
Let's cool down a box, please.
There we go. Despite Oscar getting purple sectors in 1 and sectors 3, he's actually 55 thousandths slower than Schumacher there. Norris pops in between our two drivers. Looks like Max is on his flying lap. Performance getting friends. Yeah, okay. I have no real experience of Steam, so I'll just have to take your word on that. No idea what's involved. Let's see, what can Max do as he crosses the line? Oh, that's a quick time from Max. It's a very quick time. He was running old parts. Is he upgraded? No. Wow. Good time. Oh, yellow flag. Whose hand are we seeing? It's a Haas driver. It's Magnussen.
There's a yellow flag now.
And that was either the start or the end of his flying lap. I think it was the... let's see, is he boxed? He has, so whichever it was, he's aborted. It was his that was his flying lap, because he's 13 seconds slower crossing the line. Right, Yuki on his out lap. That's how slow he normally is. It's a little harsh, but maybe not that far off the truth. No, he's a decent driver, Magnussen. He's not an amazing driver, but he's decent.
Let's concentrate on that warm-up.
Really start to focus on your brakes and front tyres.
Yep. Copy.
Just clear out in front. Let's go.
Good to push next lap.
We're going to expect some bunching. Okay, we've got to go.
Yes, I am muted. I saw that Franz Beckenbauer passed away earlier today. I completely forgot about that. Scuffed first sector for Oscar, unfortunately, but he will get the extra little bit of confidence for completing a flying lap. Schumacher maxes out his confidence.
Okay, currently sat P4
Oscar
with
gets
that.
a little bit of a boost.
It looked like a decent lap.
So normal in-lap procedures.
Now
From here, please.
I need to decide whether I'm going to run again on these tyres or go for another set.
That's a good lap. Cool the engine.
Does mean I'll only have one set of mediums for the race, but this is traditionally a circuit where I either go soft, medium, soft, which on paper is slightly slower, or the soft, hard. And I think I might try the one-stop tonight. Let's get them back to the garage. Times are very close. Yeah, it was very close in the first session, actually. When we finished qualifying, you'll be able to see just how close the times were in the first session. So, is there any real difference in those tyres pace-wise? Not really. They're probably good for one more run. So let's keep those tyres in reserve then. And we'll give Oscar the slipstream behind Mick. And see what happens. Yeah, I saw about JPR Williams. Actually announced that one. It popped up on my phone as we were doing practice.
Concentrate on those tyres and brakes.
I was just thinking the same thing there, Farah. Reminds me of the Helibets sketches from Mitchell and Webb. We'll soon have your little scamp up and running up and around again. He's dead. He'll see be hopping and bumping. His head's over there. We can save him. We can't. If anyone has no idea what I'm talking about, have a little YouTube search for the Helibets after the stream. I think there were 3 little mini sketches they did in one episode. They were very, very funny. All right, then here we go then. Final flying lap.
You're good to push.
So far we are safe, but it is looking a little risky for Oscar. Guarantee was to get 2 in the top 12 and see if we could get 1 into Q3. Yeah, that was the thing I really loved about that show, is that a lot of times the sketch show, there's a lot of crap in it and a few excellent little sketches, but most of it's kind of bland and generic or just not all that funny. The vast majority of their sketches hit it out the park, I thought. I was a huge fan.
Let's check his flag.
Okay, so no improvement for Mick, but Oscar is definitely on a better lap here. Closing in nicely on the back of Schumacher for a little toe up to the line as well. Perez looking slow. Oscar jumps all the way up to 5th. A big improvement for him. So, Perez at risk. And he just squeaks through in 8th place. Norris now at risk. Let's see, who is on a flying lap? Ocon improves. Now it's Schumacher at risk. Albon's on an in-lap. Yuki crosses the line. Doesn't improve. We just get both drivers through, but
Well done. We're through.
now it's a little tight.
Good job, keep it up.
If everyone's pace is going to be this close, who knows where we can actually finish in the Grand Prix. Again, I was just hoping for 2 cars in the points, but maybe a little bit more's on offer tonight. So here you see the times in Q1 here on the side, and look how close it was between 15th and 16th. Very close all the way through. In fact, if you go from the top here, it's they're out of sequence. It's a little tricky to show you who actually set what times, but it wasn't Yuki finished there. It was they see Lando Norris made it through in 15th, and it was Perez in 14th, setting identical times. Look, in Q1. Very, very close times indeed. There was only half a second between 1st and 15th. So we're going into final qualifying. We're on the soft tyres now.
Should be great.
We're going to do a single run on this set now, and then we're going to finish up with a 2-lap run. And that will be it in terms of time.
Let's get those brake temps warmed up.
So we need to be working on the tyres.
Copy.
Might have a little bit of traffic on this lap. Ferrari's going to be an issue. And anything that comes out behind it, like Alonso.
Clear track ahead. We recharge on
Everything else should be okay.
So track is clear.
We'll clear Russell comfortably before he gets to the end of the pit lane. So it's just a question now where we catch Perez and Alonso. Looks like we're going to get them on the run to Tosa. Deal at all. Oh God, Oscar again getting held up really badly there. Schumacher got held ever so slightly. Oscar got held a lot. There you see 6/10 slower. He was a tenth up in that first sector, and then he lost 6/10 in the middle sector. That's going to be effectively pretty much last, I think, for Oscar. He was quicker in the middle sector as well. Look, sorry, in the final sector, he's 2/10 up there. So he finishes up only 3/10 down, but it could have been so much faster.
Yeah.
We've got peak confidence and not quite peak confidence. And let's hope that we can hold these guys up the way they held us up. Yes, we can. Excellent. Serves you right. It goes around, comes around and all that. Right, Leclerc goes quickest with a mighty fast time. 1:12.3. Ocon faster. Don't forget as well, Mick was also held up in that first sector. Sorry, at the end of the start of the second sector. So if you consider that Oscar lost 6/10 to Mick, Mick probably lost a good couple of tenths as well. So that means Oscar probably lost close to a second. Maybe 8, maybe 9/10 in that first sector. Sorry, at the end of that first sector, beginning of the second there. That's a lot of time.
Pit limiter on. Stop on the marks.
So I don't have time to do 2 individual runs. So we're going to go with 1 2-lap run. So Max on his outlap. Sainz just on an outlap there as well. Almost ready to send them out.
Let's go there and set some lap times.
Copy.
So running on board with Carlos Sainz.
Copy.
That's Max in front. The last 2 to set the time. And once again, Zhou looking blisteringly quick. This could be a strong time from Sainz here, actually. He's just about close enough to get some of a slipstream off the back of Max. It's not going to be a strong slipstream, but it all adds up. Max goes P5, Sainz jumps him. 1.5 tenths quicker. Oh, Oh, great. We've got traffic coming out just as we're coming up to start our flying lap.
Gap ahead is good. Let's go.
Right, Ferrari should get out the way. It does. Excellent. Couldn't take the full racing line there. Had to cut inside a little bit. But it's an improvement for Mick in the first. No improvement for Oscar. His first sector was strong. It was the middle sector that killed both of their laps. Coming up to the back of Alonso again. Dives out of the way of Schumacher. Don't think Oscar got held there either. So Mick improves up to 6th, Oscar improves up to 7th. Now we have a cool down lap before we go again. There's definitely a little bit more time to find for both drivers on this final flying lap. Again, it's going to come down to if we get caught by traffic. Hopefully not.
Let's take advantage of this clean air.
Just trying to get Oscar a little bit closer.
You're good to push on tyres.
Yep.
Use energy.
Copy.
Hopefully we can pick up a little bit of a distant tow here. 3 cars on slow laps in front. Oh god, Oscar's going to get screwed again, isn't he? Possibly. Not 100% certain there. It gets past the Aston nicely. No drama for Oscar. It's not been a clean run at all, really, in any part of Q3 here. Both drivers do lose a little bit of time in the middle sector. Let's hope they can finish strong. Line improves by a 10th. Oscar
Nice lap.
doesn't improve at all.
Box at the end of this lap, please. Box at the end of this lap.
Okay, copy.
And Max is slowest.
Copy.
So he's on a flyer.
Yep.
So we've already achieved what I needed to achieve with the sponsors, which was to get 1 into Q3, both cars into Q2 in the top 12. It's just a question now of whether we can hold on to 8th place or not. I don't think we can. Oh yeah, very quick lap from Max there. So we end up a bit of a distant 9th and 10th there, unfortunately. Just could not get a clean run. But we are in the top 10, so we're starting in the points.
The teams are making their final preparations down in the pit lane, ahead of today's race.
Imola can really reward consistency, as Nigel Mansell showed here in 1992, when he became the first driver to ever win the opening 5 Grand Prix of a season.
Karun, what are your thoughts on Mick Schumacher and his chances for the race?
To be honest, I think they're exceeding expectations and impressing a lot of people with their performances.
And seeing it all come together is sure to be a thrill. An exciting race ahead for us here at the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix.
Okay then, let's have a look at strategy. So that might be the quickest on paper, but I'm looking at the tyre wear and I'm thinking maybe the 2-stop isn't so bad an idea after all. Can I make it with 2 sets of softs? Do I not have 2 sets of softs? What? Why don't I have 2 sets of softs? I thought that one was coming to me. That's what. Okay, so it's going to be soft, medium, medium then. Damn it. It's only a second quicker. Sorry, a second slower than the 1-stop, but will give us more flexibility on tyre life. Means we can push those first tyres very hard and still have rubber to play about with later, like that. Going to go with 2 extra laps of fuel here. Going to go very aggressive off the line. See if we can make up an extra place or 2. And then settle in for a bit. And then push hard towards the end of the stint to try and get a nice solid undercut on some of the cars around us. And hope we can pull this off. One bad pit stop could spell disaster, but then it would on the 1-stop as well. But equally more so on this, I would say, than on a 2-stop. They're not on the 1-stop. We'll see how things shake out. Let's go to the grid for the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix.
Here in Imola, the drivers are ready to take on the 63 laps of the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. You and I won't be the only ones keeping an eye on Oscar Piastri, Karun.
Starting P10 puts them in the right place to get some points, but there's still a lot to do.
And it looks like we're good to go. The crowd are on their feet in anticipation of this, the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Let's keep the pressure on, mate.
All right. See which of our drivers comes out ahead and then get the other one to sit behind. It's going to be Oscar.
I don't want you fighting.
Which kind of works out because Oscar is a little bit quicker here. Or at least he was through practice. Magnussen right behind us in 11th. He's got some pace in that car tonight. Let's take a look at tyres. So quite a few cars actually on the soft tyres. They're going to be 2 stopping. Mediums, I don't know. Probably 1 stopping. But we may see some 2 stops there. But I think it's safe to say anyone who is on softs right now is going to 2 stop. And they might possibly try and go for another set of softs. Try easing down the batteries for this lap.
We can just focus on charging the pack.
In fact, I'm going to ease down the tyres as well.
Look after these tyres.
We have got medium runners in front of us. I think we've probably got a little bit more pace than Perez here tonight. As odd as that might sound. He is running some very old parts on that Ferrari. But the pace of everyone's going to be disguised while they're in the train. Once the train starts to break up, it'll be much easier to start making moves. While we're like this, it's going to be very tricky. So I'm trying to save the battery because we will absolutely need it if we want any chance of punching our way through. Russell has broken away from Zhou. So can Zhou stay with him? He's on medium, so probably not. Russell's going to scamper off and he's probably, you know, odds-on favourite to win this Grand Prix tonight. Unless Zhou can just stay with him on this next lap and keep him in, you know, keep that train going. If he can't, he's going to head the train and then he's going to start battling with Verstappen and Sainz, and it's going to start getting a little messy, and this group that we're in could start to fall away from Russell quite quickly. Who else is on softs in front? Sainz, and obviously Ocon in front of us as well.
Overtaking is
Now we're going to start to push. Starting to slip.
Copy.
Let's get him.
Ocon is trying to find a way past Perez.
So focus on bringing the tyres down.
Copy.
Zhou has stayed with Russell and he's actually broken away from Max. Interesting. Red Bull's definitely below par today. They are running older parts in their cars. And we're not getting through here by the look of it. So I'm going to cool these tyres right down.
Okay, mate, let's try and protect the tyre.
Copy.
Try and pick an opportunity.
Focus on bringing the pack back up.
Hope Ocon destroys his tyres. You can see already Perez falling away from the cars in front. So Ocon will probably get him on the main straight, and then we should hopefully be nicely positioned
Let's go recharge.
to have a run at Perez in a lap or two.
They're at the peak now.
Copy.
And there you go, Ocon is through.
Pick up the pace a bit.
Copy.
Okay, recharge on, recharge on.
Make sure we stay with Perez here. He's going to try and stay with Ocon.
energy if you need it.
Copy.
We've just left Mick exposed,
on getting the pack
unfortunately.
Copy.
So we'll leave his battery on.
Let's push, come on.
Copy.
Should hold back Magnussen into turn 1. I do need to close this gap quickly.
Let's get close if we can. Okay, recharge on.
Copy.
Right, there we go.
Okay, mate, let's keep looking after these tyres.
Copy.
Right, can we get a move done on Perez here without a push?
DRS disabled, DRS disabled.
Copy.
Not this lap. But we will get him on the next one. A little bit more battery into Oscar and also allow Schumacher to just ease that gap down a little bit. Keep him safe from Kevin Magnussen behind. And we're about on course with everybody else.
We need to focus on the energy now.
Copy.
Use energy now.
Copy.
Push the tyres.
Let's try and get him now.
Copy.
Nope. I thought we had him for a second. If I hadn't turned the battery off, I might actually have got him. Let's try and get him into Tosa. No. Up the hill, maybe.
Use energy.
Copy.
I'm not going to get him. So let's just calm things down. We'll get the DRS again. Oh, we have got him. Let's let him retake that position. Oh, God damn it. Contact.
You okay?
All okay.
And here we've got a yellow
It's
flag.
hurt the tyres. It's broken the front wing a little bit.
Recharge on, please.
And Perez, no damage to his tyres. Has he got damage to his wing? No, his front wing looks intact.
Just think about looking after this tyre where we need to.
Well, at least it didn't completely kill Oscar's confidence. It did take it down a notch, quite a big notch, but that could have been a lot worse.
We can push more.
Copy.
Come on.
Even if Fabrice. Right, if we're going to get the move done this time. Want it done before the braking zone's reached. That's nice. Now we need to try and break away a little bit.
You did a good job.
Not sure if I can break away from Perez here.
Just keep cruising up to him.
Keep the pressure on.
And I forgot that I was still charging with Schumacher, so I've left him vulnerable.
We can just focus on charging the pack.
Copy.
Let's look after these tyres.
Understood.
Let's go recharge on, please. Recharge on.
Copy.
Right, can we punch Schumacher past? Go on, box him in, box him in, box him in. Ah, damn it. There we go. We got him boxed in. No! Oscar! There we go.
Let's go recharge on.
So, with the broken wing, Mick is going to have the better chance of a points finish than Oscar.
Let's see if we can focus
So
on
we'll let,
recharge,
and
please.
he's now in peak confidence as well. So we'll let him set the pace. We'll get Oscar to try and stay with him.
DRS.
Try and protect the tyres a little bit if we can.
No pressure.
Let's pick our pace up. Let's go.
Oh, Magnussen just mugged Perez. Yeah, I thought I might just lose that battle.
Pick up the pace.
Copy.
Our tyres are coming down in temp, that's good.
Copy.
I think I'm going to have to change that front wing on Oscar's car. Given how close the field is in terms of lap time, I think if we... did Magnussen get through? He did.
Let's
All right,
keep with
let's start charging up Schumacher.
Okay, let's go recharge on.
So given how close the field is in terms of lap time, I think if we leave him with a broken wing for the rest of this Grand Prix, his pace is going to be lowered significantly on what it could be. So that is going to cost him 6 seconds or so to change the wing. So we need the stop to be good.
Energy's good.
At least we don't have a penalty to contend with. As Perez is going to have a look. He's going to force his way through. Fight that off as best I can. Damn it.
Lean on the tyres.
Yep.
Overtaking is available.
Let's try and get that place back, get that confidence boost.
And energy is available.
Yeah.
Pull out to take some air on the straight.
Copy.
That might help.
Recharge on.
I am, and I'm going to box Oscar at the end of this lap, I think.
Keep pushing, you know what to do.
Copy.
At the very least, putting Perez under this pressure might drop him from the back of Schumacher.
Keep your pace up.
Copy.
I'm not going to get the overtake done
Focus on bringing the pack back up.
Copy.
because I'm only going to lose it if I do go side by side. So let's box him this lap. Let's change that front wing.
Box, box.
Yep.
Fronts. Back off now.
Copy.
Let's get ready to box Schumacher on the next lap.
Recharge back on. Please recharge on.
Copy.
That's basically a 2.39 second stop.
Clear on exit.
Let's go recharge on, please.
Yeah, copy.
Right,
We
let's
need
get
to
these
focus on
tyres
the
up to
energy now.
temperature.
Copy.
Box this lap, please. Box this lap.
Understood. Box up. recharge on.
Copy.
Okay, so let's look after these tyres.
Yeah, copy.
Alright, undercut in play. 2.4 second stop, that's not bad.
All clear on the exit.
Oh, yellow flag. Don't be a VSC or a
Just had a snap.
spin for Oscar. Well, at least his tyres are up to temperature now.
We've
Also
got
down
a yellow flag here.
10% in one lap.
Need to look after the tyres.
Copy. Okay, we'd like you to slow down, please.
Copy.
Joe is leading right now.
Let's go.
Copy.
Williams win this race, that would be just a bit crazy. So Porsche is going to be boxing soon. Magnussen's going to be boxing soon. The rest of the soft runners are in a little bit better shape, but not a huge amount better.
Okay, mate, let's try and protect the tyre.
All right, so let's take a look at gaps. 14 seconds behind Gasly. Piastri 14 seconds behind Schumacher. With worse tyres now.
Use everything.
Copy.
So what kind of times can we do now on fresh rubber? Need to be good. 17.6. That's not bad. Needs to be a little quicker than that, really, ideally.
Bring the pack up.
Copy.
Let's go almost back to high confidence. Just have a push lap with Mick here. You tell me the other softs are going to try and one-stop this. They go hard tyres, they might be going for the one-stop. There we go, good luck for Schumacher.
Okay, mate, let's keep looking after these tyres.
Copy.
Okay, we need some more lift and coast, please. A bit
What
more
about
each
Oscar?
zone.
On 17.4 again. Ideally, would be nice to be a bit quicker, but he is struggling with his confidence level at the moment, thanks to that lock-up or spin. Just back into high confidence now. So some modifiers. Just keep an eye on Magnussen. He might box here. He does. Dives in. Pourchaire's going to come in behind him. No, Pourchaire's going another lap. Ooh, interesting. Stroll's tyres overheating. Same with Albon and Ocon. It's hard tyres. That might be going to the end. Ooh, that makes things interesting. Schumacher will get the undercut here. Not a huge gap, but it is a gap, and we've got faster compound of rubber, so hopefully we can extend that gap, undercut some of these other drivers as well. I'm a little worried for Oscar though now in this race. Russell's in. He's going hard times. I'm not sure how viable that is. In comes Sainz. Hard tyres for Sainz. Albon and Stroll coming in as well. Good stop for both. Both again, hard tyres. Have we made the wrong call here? With hindsight. So Russell and Sainz were ahead of us on track to start with. The question now is going to be what kind of pace do we have against Sainz now that he's made the switch? Oscar's time's improving, a 17.2 on that last lap. Every time he stays out long, every lap that everyone else stays out is a lap where we can go faster than them and claw back some of that time. Pourchaire is going to be boxing this lap. And he's doing very slow times right now. Ocon and Perez are both in. Hard tyres for Perez. Good stop as well. It's a bad stop for Ocon. Pourchaire and Bottas coming in with Gasly as well. Slow stop for Pourchaire. Mick is going to get out ahead of Perez. So we have undercut Ocon and Perez. What about Oscar? Who's he going to jump? He's going to jump Bottas and Gasly. Comes out right behind Pourchaire.
Need to focus on getting the pack up.
Copy.
Yeah, take it easy.
Copy.
Fastest lap for Max, a 1:15.8 on old mediums. That is quick. That is very quick.
Use energy.
Yep.
Now Giovinazzi's in. We're going to make the move here on Pourchaire.
Yep.
Do everything you can.
Copy.
Get that move done comfortably. Nice little boost back to starting level confidence.
Lovely
Start
stuff.
trying to close the gap down to Stroll. Going to keep pushing Oscar on this lap. Schumacher is losing time to Sainz. A little worried that might be the case, but not overly surprised. AI probably pushing on its outlaps. See if that pace settles down. Hamilton in now. And that's a yellow flag, and that is Albon making a mistake.
Yellow flag ahead.
Yeah.
Here we are then at turn 17. Struggling with the car, and they'll need to be mindful of the effect that had on the tyres.
No energy.
Copy.
And we did not break away from Porsche. He is pushing though, so that's probably not that surprising.
Do some left of coast.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can hold him back. Leclerc boxing in third place, going for an undercut of his own on Zhou and Max here. And that is hard tyres for him. It looks like we're the only ones doing a one-stop there. That is concerning. Higher points, I think, are now off the table. I think we're going to be competing for the very bottom of the points now. New fastest lap for Ocon on 1:15.8. We're doing 17 zeros. .17.9 for Oscar on that last lap. But he didn't get any battery at the start of the lap, so that's not amazingly surprising. He is holding back Porsche, so he's having to drive defensively. It's giving him little nibbles of confidence, so that's almost, back to a very, very high level again. Here comes Max. Zhou stays out another lap. Good stop. A very good stop. Red Bull are always good at their stops. Alonso and Yuki coming in now. Not a bad stop. Bad stop for Yuki. Max gets out, actually further ahead of Leclerc than I thought he would. Perez closing us down, and he's got Ocon right behind him. Piastri is overtaken by Porsche, so let's try and get some battery back in the car.
Just focus on charging the pack.
Copy.
Let's give Mick a little bit of extra pace. Zhou now boxing.
Focus on bringing the pack back up.
Yeah.
Morrison as well. Not a bad stop for Williams. Clean but not fast. Decent stop for Norris. to get out ahead of Norris. But we do have to make another stop, don't forget. So there's that.
Okay, recharge off.
Copy.
Just think about
Poor
the
Sheriff
drop this
just
time
bolted.
when we need to.
Copy.
His tyres definitely starting to suffer. I think you're lagging a little behind, Baron. Stream's been choppy for you. It's been buttery smooth for me since we did the full-on reboot. Yeah, these mediums are just dying off. Even in Mimir. My only hope is that when we do put on that extra set of mediums, we'll have a significant pace advantage over some of these hards. I'm also hoping that some of these hard tyre runners are going to have to stop again. I'm looking at Alex Albon, he's at 71%. Perez is okay. Magnussen at 79. I do think there might be one or two that might have to box again. But it's certainly not as many as I was hoping it was going to be. Isn't it, Steve?
Can we do lift and coast?
Yeah, copy.
Evening, Anthony.
No saving required.
Copy.
Yeah, it's not worked out well for Oscar tonight, has it? Nick's doing a bang-up job so far, but he's going to have to stop again. Oscar's tyres already looking very ropey. Might have to stop him in about 5 laps. A little ahead of an already reduced pit run. Oscar got clipped by... who was it? Was it Perez? I think it was Perez. Which damaged his front wing a little bit. And then when I boxed him, put on fresh tyres after the pit stop.
Still to play
On this next lap, he then had a lock-up, scuffed his tyres, his new tyres, so hurt his confidence and dropped him even further back. And Schumacher's defence starting to crumble a little bit. I'm going to try and at least stay ahead of Ocon if I can, stay with Perez.
push, push.
Copy.
Recharge on.
Copy.
Is the car generally competitive? Yes, it is. but the whole field's quite close here, very close at this particular circuit. So not in as good a shape as I would like to be in terms of positions. Schumacher's doing okay. We are on a two-stop strategy. I thought more of the grid would be on a two-stop strategy. Turns out the entire grid is looking like they're going for the one-stop. There might be a couple who will have to stop again. And by and large, the field is pretty close.
Used energy.
Copy.
Push more.
Yeah.
Oh, god damn it, that's a lock-up for Mick at the worst possible time. That's it.
Now we
That's,
should be able
I think
to
our
take a
chance of
look
points
here.
in this race gone unless
Here
we
we are
get
then looking at turn 12.
a safety car.
Oh, and they...
Under pressure there from Ocon. And that's now scuffed his tyres as well, and his confidence.
I just went too quick.
8 places lost.
That's tricky, doing a good job.
So it's not so much the places, it's the time as well. We just lost 11 seconds, 10 seconds thanks to that lockup, as well as the 8 places.
No
But
more
we're very
energy
close to
now.
getting our boys back
Yeah.
together again on track.
We need to focus on the energy now.
Okay, push. Let's go.
Do I have the pace with Oscar to come through? I don't know. Genuinely don't know. And the tyres are still looking pretty strong for the rest of the grid. There's a couple of iffy people. Albon's really hammering his tyres. He must be burning them up in the dirty air of Stroll there. So I think Albon's going to have to box again. No way he's going to take those tyres another 30 laps. My worry is, though, that because we're having to stop earlier than planned now with both drivers, is that, you know, if the whole grid suddenly decides to go, let's make another stop, they're going to put on tyres. They'll be much quicker than us when they do. And any gains we make might just get immediately swallowed up. Albon did have a lockup, but even so, he's still pushing those tyres hard. Because they're in the they're barely any better condition than my tyres right now. So his tyres are definitely overheating behind Stroll. I am a little worried about our pace at Monaco, given that we do seem to be slipping down the order a little bit in terms of downforce levels, and there's a lot of cars that still haven't switched over to new engines in this race yet. We could be, you know, very much lower midfield pace in the next race, or Barcelona. Actually got past Stroll, which is good for us because it's slowing down everyone behind him. Stroll gets back through. Yeah, I'm thinking of putting hards on Oscar. I'm still going to stick with mediums for Mick. Let me have a look what hards would do. Two seconds slower, but would give him more grip. He could certainly push a little bit more. Let's do it with Oscar. We'll stick with mediums for Mick, I think. He's a little bit kinder on his tyres, and there's a little bit more life in them.
Box this lap.
Copy, box.
Just hope we've got some kind of pace
Copy.
when we put these tyres on.
Oscar, put that.
Copy that. Need to focus on getting the pack up.
Copy. Okay, let's push.
Copy.
Box, box.
Copy for box.
Box, box, please. Box, box.
Copy box.
Let's look after these tyres.
Copy.
Box this lap. Box, 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 box.
Copy, box.
I am muted. Thank you, John. I don't think either driver's going to get points tonight, but at least we'll get an idea, an indication of what the pace might be on the mediums, and then say if there is a safety car, we'll have a direct correlation of pace so that we can look at maybe boxing Oscar for another set of mediums, brand new tyres, and see what he can do. Maybe put some scuffed softs on Mick. Maybe I go hard and just push them, at maximum all the way through, but that just encourages more mistakes.
They should have a clear track on pit exit.
Okay, we'd like you to slow down, please.
Copy.
Okay, mate, we will be swapping cars. So a recharge off.
Copy.
Albon has boxed.
Let's keep that gap down.
What tyres has he gone for? He's going for softs. He must have another set of softs. So maybe we're going to see a few people going soft tyres off. Magnussen's going to be boxing soon.
Okay, mate, so let's look after these tyres.
Copy.
This way I can protect Schumacher's tyres behind Oscar. Closing enough.
Let's try and get past them.
Copy.
Recharge on.
Copy.
Maybe we have to do that. Let them slipstream each other and overtake each other on the main straight. Let's not fight until we get to the main straight. Let's get Mick in front, see what his pace is like. It's quicker. He's all over the back of Oscar. Confidence level's the same.
Pull the car.
overtake is available.
Copy.
So they weren't brand new tyres for Albon then. It's a small mercy. It means he can't go hell for leather on those tyres. They will fall apart if he does. Still not really closing on anyone.
No more lift and coast required.
Copy.
Lift and coast.
Yep.
Look after front tyres.
Copy.
No saving required.
Yep.
We're good to push.
Yep.
Now we're starting to close back down on Giovinazzi.
DRS disabled. DRS disabled.
Copy.
You can use energy.
Yep.
To recharge on.
It's not been a great race, has it? No, it's not been Australia levels of bad, but it
Just focus on charging the pack.
it's not great.
Okay, energy's good.
Copy.
So in terms of sort of feel of the race, it's a bit more like Jeddah. It's a race where we had potential, just some bad luck that just screwed us over. I did kind of warn a few races ago that it was looking like, as the field was closing up, that one big mistake could be catastrophic. We saw that with Oscar in Bahrain in the season opener. It certainly seems to be the case tonight here as well.
Use energy.
Yep. Copy.
Slightly bigger lift and coast in all areas, please.
Copy.
Let's go recharge on.
Copy.
I do not want you fighting, as long as that's clear.
Joe's still up in fourth place. He's not that far behind the Red Bulls either.
Let's push, come on.
Copy.
Recharge on.
Copy.
At least we can recover some places, but yeah, not looking as good as it could have been.
Focus on bringing the pack back up.
Copy.
No, we got the fastest lap. It's worthless. We didn't take the option of going for it. I'm surprised Albon didn't claim it on those softs. and we're not going to get a point for it because we're nowhere near the points right now. We are still 26 seconds behind the points. Right now we're looking as though Albon is probably the limit to where we can go. Maybe a little higher if we're lucky. The finish position streak's 2 in the top 15, so we need to catch and pass Porsche, who is actually looking a little slow on 17s. Maybe it's doable to get both in the top 15, keep the streak alive at the least.
Okay, mate, let's try and protect the tyre.
Copy.
Looking at how long we've got left as well, another 14 laps. Yeah, I think we have got enough pace to catch and pass Porsche. Have to work our drivers in sync like this for the rest of the race.
Need to lift where you can.
Yeah, copy.
Let's try and tuck away a little bit of extra fuel in these situations here. And we can't dilly-dally behind some of these other cars. We've got to make these moves quickly if we're going to move up enough. Lapping 2 seconds a lap faster. If we can keep this pace difference to the rest of the field all the way through, maybe we can get close to Perez. Let's see, Perez is doing 1:17.2s, 2 seconds a lap faster than that, nearly. We've got 13 laps left. Not impossible. It's going to be extremely tight.
Okay, recharge on.
Copy.
Energy is available.
Come on.
Copy.
Okay, mate, no more lift to coast needed.
Copy.
Okay, recharge on, good job, recharge on.
Copy.
Just think about the drop this time where we need to.
Copy.
Big lift now. Used energy.
Bit of lift and coast where you can.
Copy.
Right, that's Oscar up to 16th. Mick up to 18th.
No lift and coast required from our side at the moment.
Seven seconds to Albon.
No energy. We need to focus on the energy now. Save fuel. No more DRS.
And recharge on, recharge on.
You'll be switching them back over now, Derek, now that I've got them through.
Okay, mate, let's keep looking after these tyres.
I knew it'd be easier for Mick to break away from Gasly than it would be for Oscar if he was chasing after Mick. Could get them back together again quicker this way, and then put Mick back in front.
Bring the pack up.
16.5 for Alex on that last lap. 15.1 for Mick. I do want to up Mick's pace a little bit in the closing laps, but I also want to make sure that I'm not leaving Oscar behind. I'll try and balance this. There's a group of cars in front now. Magnussen's dropped into range, so we can find 8 seconds. We're up into 13th and 14th. 8 seconds we can find. Not sure about anything beyond that. Perez is still lapping slow in the 1:17.4s, but he is 10 seconds ahead of Perez. Ahead of Porsche, and he's also outside the points now. So we're chasing Norris and Hamilton, and they are too far ahead. We're not catching them. So this is all about maintaining the streak now. Keeping the streak going.
Lift and coast is required for temperature.
Gap down to 4.2 seconds, 4.3. Magnussen's pace has just gone. Oh, his tyres are dead. Look at that. 16%. Porsche's tyres are dying. We need to get ahead of both of the Haas cars. Albon, I think, will be quick if he can get onto the back of Porsche. Or quicker anyway. Should still be able to catch him.
Need to focus on getting the pack up.
Right, ready, push, push.
And Magnussen has boxed. So that removes Magnussen as an obstacle. Does mean we're going to lose the fastest lap. I'm almost certain of that, but at this point it doesn't really matter. Now we need to get after Albon and Porsche. The race itself hasn't been great, but I've been quite pleased with this fight back on the second stick. Joe's going to win. No, this is a Russell win. I just
6 laps to go.
surprised to see he's going to get a podium by the look of. Well, he might not get a podium. He's fighting with Leclerc as well, so he might finish in 4th. He might finish in 2nd here, but he's not going to get the win. Right, there are our 2 targets in front of us. We've got 5 laps after this one. Seconds to gap. I'm starting my lap 59 now, which means I've got 59, 60, 61, 62, 63. That's 5 laps. Don't forget, I'm nearly a lap down. George Russell is just coming around the final corner now. So when he crosses the line, the lap counter will move to 60, which means he'll have 4 laps left. Like that.
Four laps remaining.
Copy.
Back off. Okay, mate, good job. No more lift and coast required.
No saving required.
Let's get him up the hill. Or not.
Okay, recharge on.
Copy.
We can just focus on charging the pack.
Ah, we've got him on the battery there. All right.
Overtaking is available.
Copy.
Okay, we need lift and coast, please.
You go. To use the free air.
There goes the fastest lap. I knew we were going to lose it. Like I said, it doesn't mean anything at this point. And we didn't lose it by that much either, to be honest.
Big lift now.
Copy.
Oh, he's a stubborn bugger, isn't he?
Back off now.
Coming.
DRS disabled. DRS disabled.
Save fuel, save fuel.
Copy.
Focus on bringing the pack back up.
Copy. All right, let's keep closing up. Great job.
Let's go and get him. Use energy now.
Yeah.
There we go.
2 laps to go.
Copy.
So we've got 2 laps left. Can I get Stroll and Albon as well? Any potential punctures? No, not really. Maybe Stroll, but
No more energy.
maybe Bottas, maybe Porsche, yeah, but unlikely.
Last lap.
Nothing that's going to significantly change our race here. At least we've kept the streak going.
Russell wins it! First over the line. There it is! A win for George Russell.
Is that another new winner? Is that winner number 6?
Just amazing.
Or has
I
Russell
think
already
that's a
got a
race
win
that
this
people
season?
will be talking about for years to come.
I think Russell's already got a win. That might be the first one to get a second win. One more lap and I would have got Stroll and Albon, I think. There we go. 14th and 15th.
Well done.
Not the result I was hoping for tonight, but
14.
we were quick in that final stint. We were quicker than everybody until Magnussen slapped on those new softs right at the end.
Yeah.
And even then, he was only a tenth faster than us, I think.
That's checkered flag. That's P15. That's a very tidy afternoon. Well done.
Thanks for all the effort.
Thanks for all we get.
But unfortunately, that's going to hurt us with the
Pierre
board.
Gasly there, coming back after the checkered flag.
With a P17 finish, it's a long distance from the points.
And right now, it's the British driver who proudly takes his place on the podium.
What an excellent way to take a second win of the season with a
Yeah,
composed
that was win number
performance
2 for
today.
George.
Well, Formula One certainly feels at home in Italy, and it looks like those three feel right at home
I didn't
too.
see, was it Zhou on the podium? No, it was Leclerc.
And down there in the Alpha Tauri garage, Karun, What would they be making of that race, do you think?
They didn't do too badly today. A pretty respectable outcome as far as they'll be concerned. But they need to keep pushing. They can't afford to sit back.
And that's about it for our time here in Imola.
For the next Grand Prix, make sure you join us at the renowned city circuit of Monaco. Prepare yourselves for one of the most legendary rounds of the season.
Well, there we go then. Confirmation of the final result. George gets his second win of the season ahead of Max and Charles Leclerc. Zhou unable to hold on to the podium, but does get fourth place. That's 12 big points for Williams there. Sainz in fifth. Yuki up 9 places to finish in sixth. Norris up 4 places for 8th. That's 12 more points for McLaren. They are going to jump us in the Constructors. Oh no, wait, they're going to pull further ahead of us in the Constructors. We were within just a few points. We might get jumped tonight. Let's see. A point for Hamilton as well at 6 places. Going further down the order, there you can see disappointing for us. Stroll only managed to recover 4 places, finished outside the points. Bad race for Perez, down to 11th. Yeah, let's have a look. Drivers' Championship then sees George move up into 3rd place with that win and closes the gap a little bit to Max. He still holds the lead from Charles Leclerc. Russell is 12 points behind Leclerc. Leclerc is 17 points behind Max. Yuki moves above Oscar in the standings there by 6 points. Norris moves up a place as well and takes that spot from Lewis. They're tied on position, but Norris has the position count back. There you can see Zhou, big points for him, puts him up 5 places into 9th. Mick's still in the top 10 though, with 22 points of his own. In the Constructors' Championship, Red Bull 33 points, strong race for them. Ferrari in 2nd, 25 points for them, big points from George. They hold on to 2nd, but they are now 65 points off Red Bull. McLaren stretched their legs a little in 3rd, pulled 12 points away from us. We lose a bit of ground to Mercedes, but we still have a 10-point lead over them. Aston picking up some points. Williams picking up some big points, bringing them into the conversation as they jump over Alpine and are now just 4 behind Aston Martin. That could be an interesting little battle. And Haas still unable to score any points today. Thank goodness for some things. Let's have a look at the pit stops. We had the 4th and 5th best stops. So 22 points for us. Red Bull have outscored us. Ferrari have outscored us. But we've outscored everybody else. Let's take a look at the standings. There you see the gap extends now. Red Bull 14 points clear of us. Ferrari in 3rd place, closes down by 4. They're still 55 behind us though, and we're a long way clear of Alpine. We're nearly 100 points clear. So all looking pretty good in that respect there. Now you see we had a couple of 2.4 second stops for Mick. That first stop for Oscar, obviously we had the change of the wing, which didn't help, and then we had a 2.4 with him as well. So consistent, not quite as quick as we need to be, but at least consistent with our stops. No mistakes tonight, which is nice. And you see 6 successful overtakes, 5 failed, 11 successful defences and 4 failed for Mick. And for Oscar, 8 successful attacks, 15 failed, 12 successful defences and 4 failed. They lost a lot of positions and time tonight with silly mistakes, but defending, they were pretty strong. Let's hope that they can carry that defensive form through into Monaco. And we'll try something a bit aggressive. We'll probably try a 2-stop there, depending on how we qualify. See what we can do there. Sponsorship time. We did not get the finish position, but that was only an incentive, so no penalty there. We did get 1 car into Q2, which was the incentive. So we got 70 grand for that. In terms of our targets that we set ourselves, our guarantees, we got 1 car into Q3 and we got both cars in the top 12. So we hit our qualifying performance guarantees there, and we kept our streak alive for the for both of the streaks by the look of it. There's no finish position streak broken there. Oh, it was a quali streak, wasn't it? It was a quali streak, and the finish position was 2 in the top 15. So we've got our refurbishment done on the tour centre. That's now back to spitting out the best amount of money it can. Nice. An extra point for Ben. Very nice. Our new underfloor is ready to be manufactured. Let's go ahead and start building those. Let's go with 3 of those. And that's it for parts. Can't make any more. Do we have anything that we are desperately short on? A little short on front wings. Just have to hope Monaco is kind to us. We haven't got time to knock another one out. Oh, actually we have just. Side pods are complete in 2 days, so we can get a front wing out for Saturday. Okay, that's not too bad. What broke? Front wing hasn't broken, that's good. Underfloor has broken. Got that replacement ready just in time. And that is a spare suspension. Everything is just about hanging on this car, but they will break on resumption of, or the completion of Monaco, so they'll need to be replaced. It's getting a little tight with spare parts. We just checked out the inspections there. F2 driver talent, it's recommending we have a look at Clement Novalak. Not interested in him. Let's see, the F2 race. It's Veronica getting the win this time out, ahead of Vladimir and Gabriel. Let's take a look at the full results. Where did Donna finish? Down in 11th place. Only did 18 laps. So she didn't finish the race. What about the sprint? Only got 10th in the sprint as well. So not a great weekend for Donna. She is our leading candidate for replacing Enzo as reserve driver. Have we scouted her yet, actually? She? Oh, they're not in. They're in alphabetical. I've gone way past her. Donna Tanner. Let's have a look how she's progressing. So her reactions are piss poor at the moment. 56. That's terrible. Adaptability is not great. Smoothness is pretty rough. Accuracy isn't too bad. Cornering isn't too bad. She's got good braking and very good control. And pretty strong overtaking and defending for a young F2 driver. She's only in her... she's in her 3rd season. She came in at the end of... well, she was generated right at the end of the season there. So that was her first full season. Switched between the 2 teams. Got 3 podiums with Invicta. And she started this season with Invicta. No. She just moved. No, she just moved, doesn't she? So she maybe started the year at Invicta, but she's moved to Rodin Carlin. So it looks as though she started with VAR. And then mid-season she switched from VAR to Invicta. Then started the first part of this season with Invicta, and then very quickly switched to Rodin. And there you see she's had 2 wins and 3 podiums. Currently leads the championship. Definitely my leading candidate so far. Tour Centre refurbishment is done. Monaco 4 days to go. It's advance time. Side pods are ready. So let's go to car parts. And let's make another front wing. Let's make 2. Because I'm going to need to replace one after Monaco regardless, I think. Oh no, maybe not. Well, maybe. They are quite fragile. They tend to break quite quickly. Right, we've got 4.7 million. Let's get another research project underway. Let's get a chassis project going. Let's go with 3 engineers on that. In fact, let's make that 4. There we go. Right. Now I've got 4 million left in the bank, so I can get started on refurbing my CFD simulator. There we go. Get that going. That's going to take 25 days. Car part test centre will be done after Monaco. Just about. And there we are. So, not a great weekend. A great race weekend for us there. A bit rough. But we are still in 4th with the constructor standings. Let's take a look. What was the board like after that? They were disappointed. Yeah, I was disappointed as well. So I was expecting that. They are now satisfied with finances. That helps. You can see now that apart from that cost cap break, we've cleared the debt off the bottom. That will certainly help us going forward with board confidence. We do need to put together a couple more good results to try and improve that overall confidence there. And it'd be nice to hit one of these 2 targets. Ideally, it'd be nice to hit this one this year. I think we might struggle to hit the long-term objective. We've got the potential if we sacrifice some research to continue over-developing this year's car. We'll see how we're going with board confidence. It may come to the point where we have to focus on this year's car more than I'd like, just to make sure that we do keep our job. Which means we will go backwards a bit next year, if that's the case. I was really hoping that this year we could, hold position where we are currently, and then really try and kick on and challenge for wins on a more consistent basis, or at least challenge for podiums a bit more consistently next season. But there is still a long way to go in this one. We're only 6 races down. Still got 17 more to go, including Monaco, which is tomorrow night's race. We'll be back at the usual time of 8 PM UK time. So until then, that's it from me. Thanks for watching. I am Jim Bob, and I'll be back with more F1 Manager very soon.